Alright, how's it going, everybody? Looks like I have a audience of at least one today. He's just been standing here fixed on me. But finally getting to the Gregtech 6.03 update video. Had a little bit of problem with server files, so had to wait for that to get fixed. And had to get the server updated and everything. And there is still one little bug with it, which is supposed to be fixed early this coming week, and that is anybody that that does not have forestry will have a crash because Greg is incorporating forestry woods right into the mod for his bookshelves here. And he's got a fix for it. He says he doesn't want to do it like Bibliocraft and everybody else where you have to have a separate add-on. He wants to make compatibility built right in, and he knows how to fix it. He's just got to get it done and get it out. So I'll let you guys know when that's out. But since I have forestry and always use forestry, it's not a problem for me. So the main thing he's added in this one is bookshelves. We have a wooden version and a metal version. Wooden version comes in all the 6 main and all your forestry woods, and I do believe he's adding some other wood things as well. Then you got your metal ones from lead to adamantium and bedrock HSLA steel alloy, and you can tell by looking at something if it can be placed in a bookshelf. They have no GUI like the Bibliocraft ones do, but they do have a texture change for each one of the bookshelves. So let's get an oak one built here, and it's simply a saw, a file, and a soft hammer for the wooden one. So there's an oak one. And one thing I already noticed is that we can use it for putting our things in here. So I'm going to drop this one right up here. And let's see how these look in here. Oh, there you go. Don't look too bad. Be a nice way to place more than 4 of them in a thing, I think. See how many of them we can jam in here. Oh yeah, it's gonna hold a whole bunch of them. Now the one thing is, when they're in there like that, you can't really see what they are, but you can. Alright, how do you get them back out of here, Greg? Right click ain't working. Shift right click ain't working. How in the world do I get these things out of here? Okay, that one came out. Why did the other one not come out? Okay, there we go. Now, it would be nice if he could add some Walia to tell you what it is that's in there, or a texture where you can see kind of what it is. I'm not sure how well that'll work, but that's kind of like a die setter's box there. I kind of like that. And let's go ahead and run over here real quick. Grab some of these books I have in this bookshelf over here and see how they look. I'm not even sure what I got in this one. Let's see. We've got Gregtech Big Book and one of the material books and a little book. Let's go check these out now. Apparently, Bibliocraft books, Tinker's books. What in the world is going on today? Come on. Open the door. I think one of my villagers locked me out. Hello? Oh, there we go. Server's having a hiccup. Alright, so let's see what these look like. There you go. You can tell that's a Gregtech book. It's even got his little gear on the side of it. Can't tell the difference between the big one and the little one, but you can tell they're Gregtech books. And good, the material ones look different. Pop them right out of there. But Tinker's books, Biblio books, I think the open block book works. We went through a whole list of them with him the other day. Maps can be put in there from the Twilight Forest. Letters can go in there. Your Bibliocraft printing press things can go in there. See, here's the Atlas, item stack test. Regular enchanted books can go in there. Records can go in there. Discs from Computercraft and open computers can go in there. You can put a button in there. Picture frames. Letters from forestry can go in there. Your stuff from Buildcraft templates can go in there. And then these are the new canvases that he added. They can go in there. And even these stacks of paper can go in there. So all kinds of things you can put in there. Heck, you can even place your keys in there. I still got a key over here. Yes, I do. Let's see how this looks in there. Okay, the key looks like a book. Now, why does the key look like a book? Should look like a key. Alright, so that's the stuff that's added with the bookshelves. Now, there's also a scanner. This is not a molecular scanner, so it won't tell you the things you're used to. This is a more of a texture scanner, and it comes in low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage, extreme voltage, and IV, insane voltage. And it's going to be made with a wrench, 4 circuits, 2 wires, and a regular machine casing, and a aluminum plate. I'm guessing, yeah, aluminum plate's going to be for all of them, and it's just going to be the circuits, the cables, and the casing that are going to change. And this can be used to scan different things to be able to use in a printer, which is the other thing that the other machine that was added. Comes in the same variations, and instead of the aluminum, it's going to have a stainless steel fluid pipe and your cables and everything. So basically the same recipe, just changing out the tiny stainless steel fluid pipe for the aluminum. And then to use in those, you will have a USB stick. You have a 1.0, 2, 3, and 4.0 stick. These are made with aluminum, advanced circuits, and a gold wire. And then you got stainless steel, aluminum wire, elite circuits, and you got your master circuits and chromium and platinum wire. And then finally you got your ultimate circuits, titanium and graphene wire. And each one uses cutters and a screwdriver. And these can be used in the scanner to scan something onto it and then put into the printer to tell it what to print. And you can see you can scan, just about anything. Now, I'm going to do a separate video for playing around with them and building them. I haven't done any testing with them yet. and I probably won't do that tonight, but it'll be coming up in the next few days, hopefully. Now, let me look here and see what else we got going on. I know there was a couple more things that were added. Coins were not smelted. That was fixed. He added some more books. That was in the updated one. Crafting recipe for 8 colored books and their larger variants. So let's look this up here. Books. Gregtech books. Where are these books? So I'm guessing it would be like this one. It's a printer manual, microwave oven manual. There's a regular large book. Well, there's 2 large books. That's the period one, that's the alloy one. I don't know where his large book is. Or his regular book. These are the only books I know are these regular ones here. But you can make the this book. Okay, this book is empty. Okay. Here it says microwave oven manual. But this is the way you can make it with either leather or hardened leather, 3 pieces of paper, and red dye. Now, this is your chemical dyes that you're going to use. Some kind of oil and red floral dye. There's supposed to be a squeezer recipe now, which there is, which gives you a 10% chance of mulch, and you get your 2 liters of red flower dye. So this is the thing I was asking him about being able to double your dye out of your flowers. So now you get your red dye out of roses or poppies or red tulips, and then you mix that with some kind of oil like nut oil, seed oil, linseed oil, olive oil, hemp oil, sunflower oil, and you get your chemical red dye, and then that'll be used to bathe blocks, or you can use a canning machine to make your bottled chemical dye here, and that's what's used in most of your recipes is the bottled chemical dye. And then this is the gray book, and I'm guessing there's going to be a blue book too, and there is. Alright, so let's see. A bit of dye related compatibility, also changed some flower squeezer recipes, that's what we just talked about. Canvas can be used as cover and works together with the obscurelator in order to be able to copper textures. Obscurelator is this thing right here from IC2. So you can make this here, and I don't remember ever playing with this thing. I'm gonna have to make one and try it out. But these are your different colored canvases. It's just white canvas and your chemical dye in a bath. This you could use that new little bathing because it's not a hot fluid that's being used. And then here's your printer that can take black dye and print it, and you got your 3 printer colors down here. And the canvas is just a piece of paper with bone meal or white dye, and that makes your white canvas. And as he says, you can use this as a cover. So let me go downstairs and grab a piece of paper. I got plenty down here in my little paper factory I made. Let's see how these look covering things up. I have to go grab me some bone meal. That's not something I usually keep on hand because I don't bone meal too many things. I'll have to run downstairs and grab some. You know what? Let me look at my bag here. Do I got a bone in my bag? Nope, no bone in my bag. I didn't figure I'd have bone meal, but I might have a bone. You never know with me. There's always a bone somewhere. Alright, so give me a bone here. And I'll make us some bone meal. Put that with a piece of paper, and that'll give us a white canvas. And we'll take this upstairs. Try this out as a cover. So it should work on pipes if it's a cover. So let's see here. There we go. Nice white cover there. And then if you use the printer, you can print something on it to make it look all nice and pretty. And from what I've heard, there's some pretty neat things you can scan. Like I heard you can do a flint and steel and get an animated fire texture. If you want to see some of the textures, go check out the forum and check out Greg's Patreon post. It shows a lot of the new textures that he added to the canvas. And like I said, I'll play around with it when I build the machines. The USB sticks, which I already showed, scanner and printer, bookshelves. I do want to make a steel one real quick just to see how they look, and that is only changed by putting steel in here instead of wood and a regular hammer instead of a soft hammer, and then we get a nice metal bookshelf there. Kind of like it. Now, can I pick up? There's coins. Can we put these in here? Nope, I can't make stacks of coins in there. Oh, shucks. Good thing we can smelt these things down, because I really need to melt some of these coins down. I got way too many copper coins laying around here. Alright, get your butt back in the stack. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's the shelves, and that's about it. So that's our update video. Hope you enjoyed. If there's anything else that y'all know of that I've missed, let me know. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Be glad to answer them for you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll bug Greg with it. I am going to be checking out a new Gregtech 6-pack that was made by Joel, the guy that made my texture pack for the plates, so I can get rid of Greg's goofy plate textures I don't like. I still got to go through and get rid of the other plates, the Railcraft plates, but you can see I got all the old plate textures back that I like instead of the new riveted ones that I don't like. And he did say I could share this resource pack, so I'm going to throw it in my Dropbox and try to get it onto this video, but it may not get on before it gets put out, so check back. I'll definitely have it on before I do the next Gregtech video, but it'll be on there, if not today, tomorrow. I should get it done tonight, so be looking for that if you want to try out this new texture. Now, the one thing about it that's a little goofy is he changed the... I thought he changed the cape. I guess he didn't. I was thinking he said he had changed the cape a bit, but Still looks the same to me. But anyways, that's it. Be looking for that spotlight video of the new Gregtech pack by Joel. It is simply Gregtech. It's been out for a little while, but he just did an update for it, and I told him I'd like to check it out and do a spotlight of it. And hi, you're back to say goodbye. Say goodbye, you big nose butt. And so he let me know that it's updated, so I'm going to check it out tonight or tomorrow and get a video out for you guys showing you that new pack. So have a good one. See you later, and have a great day.